Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Stock Analysis Power Hour. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here, glad to have you here, where we're going to analyze your stocks for the next, maybe hour, but half hour, maybe. We'll see how it all flows, depending on what kind of stocks you put in. But this is the place where we're gonna have a little fun with this as well. We are going to look at not only your stocks, but we're going to give a good accounting of the stocks that you're looking at to give you a basic idea of, is this a stock you really want to be in or not, and why? All right, and we're going to do it all the VectorVest way. All right, no news today on any of these stocks. They're going to be your stocks, and we're going to analyze them in several different ways so that you, as an investor in the market, can make a better decision. If you can hear me loud and clear, by all means, please respond in the chat, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. In the background, I've got Clay. Joey is on assignment. I like that. I'm not telling you what he's doing and where he is, but he's on assignment today. So Clay is in the background. Say hello to Clay as well. All right. So as we always start off, I always like to start off with market timing, because that's going to make a big decision in what you do with the stocks that you currently own or the stocks that you may be looking at. Is it the right time to be in the market, or is it time to cut ties? Is it time to cut losses? Is it time to take profits? All of those things we're going to talk about. And as we look at the market timing graph, which is looking at our VVC, or our view of 9,000 stocks in the market, over 9,000, that's a lot of stocks that we track, right? And from that, you need to know where your money needs to be. Some of the stocks that you're in are all pretty much news driven. You got to know if it's worth the risk to just buy the news. A lot of people are going to tell you to sell the news, but there may be some opportunities. Even news-driven stocks can get some good profit in your pocket, but you got to know that it's news-driven, and you've got to keep your eyes on it. As we look at the market timing graph right now, look at that. We're trading dead sideways. All right, and you look at the market timing, you look at the graph on the home page, we got a lot of yellow. Still cautious in the market, still cautious. Not time to panic, but still cautious in the market at this time. All right, with all of that being said, need to know what to do with the market now, says Amir. And you know, right now, I am going to say, which screen are we on? I don't know which one we're on, Clay. You got both up. We're on the market timing graph. We're on the market timing graph. Good. So again, to answer Amir's question, we're moving dead sideways. You see, going back to the home page, you don't need to do that, Clay. If you go back to the home page, you look at our market timing gauge, you look at the color guard, it's all yellow, primarily yellow. We got some green, we got a dot of red in there, but the main color is yellow. So when I see that in the market from a VectorVest perspective, I'm going to tell you to be cautious. I'm not telling you to sell anything. I'm not telling you to buy anything more, but I am telling you to be cautious at this time to answer Amir's question. It's been a while, Glenn. I've been buying the dip on a lot of stocks, so contrary to your strategy. And you know something? The beautiful thing about what we do here is we give guidance, but it's all up to you what you do. And if it works, that's great. If it doesn't, you've got to reconcile with yourself what you did or didn't do at the time, and it becomes a learning experience. Definitely becomes a learning experience. I found that buying the dip for me is the best strategy. I've tried because my account isn't so big, so I feel the need to buy in low and sell high. And you know, that's what we all want to do. We all want to buy low and sell high. But given the market's conditions right now, you know, when would I like to buy low? Well, when the market has fallen and given me an opportunity to start moving up. That's buying low. When the market starts curling over, that's a piercing pattern. One black crow, that's a candlestick formation, of which we're starting to talk about on Friday's 6 p.m. video. That's a great opportunity to say, man, let's take some of these off the table. So there you go, Henry, buying low when the market has moved low and selling high once the market turns over. I don't see that going on right here. So what do I say? I say be careful. Tom says, love your hat, Glenn. Well, you know why? It's Western Wednesday, so I've got my cowboy hat on. Later at 2 o'clock, Ryan and I will be on a live stream for afternoon market action. We'll both have our cowboy hats on today. Thank you, Tom. I do appreciate that. All right, so let's get into the purpose of Power Hour. I'm going to go to the Viewers tab, and I've got, for Power Hour, I've got a watch list that I've got created. A generic portfolio. These are stocks that many of you already own or is thinking about owning. Now, remember I told you we're going to have fun with these stocks? No matter what stock you may be in, when you put your stocks into a VectorVest watch list, the fun begins, because these stocks are not thrown in here willy-nilly. They are sorted by our master indicator VST, value, safety, and timing, which is on a scaling between 0 and 2, where above 1 is favorable. Above 1 tells me that they've got favorable findings in relative value, relative safety, and relative timing. This is how we analyze every stock. So for those of you who've been buying in early on SMCI, which I have not done yet, only because I still want all of the dust to settle behind their accounting, but up another 1.82% today. It's got the highest VST in the list. How many of you are currently trading? How many of you are currently trading SMCI? Just type a 1 in the room. Glenn, it's hard to buy a stock at its high. Ooh, Bill, great statement. But I want to add to that statement. Okay? How many of you, when you think a stock is high, it's at its high, it's doing exactly what you want to do. You want it to go up in price. And what I have found over time, Bill, if a stock is moving for a good reason, okay, it will most likely continue to move higher. They say something with a force will keep going in that direction until it meets some kind of opposite force. I don't know. I ain't Einstein. So something about a force meeting and it just means that a stock can continue to move higher. And I understand the reasoning behind not wanting to buy a stock at its high. But I want you to understand this. If a stock is at its high, it's doing exactly what you want it to do, which is go up in price. And if it keeps going up in price, how do you know when high is high? If this is a high and it goes up more, then is this the high? And it goes up more. Then is this the high? So, Bill, does that make sense? Now, if you're not comfortable buying stocks once it hits a new high, then don't. But I'm letting you know that it takes a lot for a stock to hit a new high and to continue to hit a new high and to continue to hit a new high. And those are opportunities that are on the table for you. Now, if I know it hits a new high and I'm a little nervous, I put a tighter stop on it. Does that make sense, Bill? All right, does that make sense? Because that's a great statement. There's a lot of you out there who are not on board with buying a stock that hit a new high. I totally understand it. And I'm not going to tell you to go buy a stock if you're not comfortable with it. But it takes a lot of work for a stock to hit a new high. And to hit it again, and to hit it again, and to hit it again could be great opportunities to get into stocks. So based on all of these stocks, 21 stocks, stock all the way at the bottom of the list, and this is a name that people have heard of. Look at that VST. Look at the VST of the bottom 3. Oklo. How about crypto, BTCT, and UAVs all 3 of these. Let me move this over a little bit. All 3 of these have VSTs below 1. Now, you could be making money in the stock, but is it worth it? Is the risk worth it if it's not fundamentally sound? All right. When talking about a stock, listen to Glenn to get that special purr in his voice like he's talking to a lady, then buy that stock. That's what I do. What does the special purr sound like? I don't know what that means. ACHR is one of my, yes. Now, ACHR, we're going to start off with some of those stocks. So I wanted the one, man, you're going to make me go up against myself too fast. I'm excited today. Let me tell you. I'm freaking excited today because we're going to have a lot of fun. Utilizing this watch list from the VectorVest means. How about, so I can see how these are sorted by VST. How about I want to look at the stocks that have the most upside potential? I have an indicator, relative value. A stock's ability to outperform a AAA corporate bond over the next 1 to 3 years. These are stocks that have good upside. NVIDIA, SMCI, again, amongst the leaders in this list. Meta, Amazon, AMD, all of these stocks have good upside potential. Well, we all know that earnings is the engine that drives the stock's price higher. Which stocks have the highest probability of beating earnings? Relative safety is our indicator. The stock's ability to meet or exceed earnings expectations quarter over quarter, year over year. Now notice that SMCI dropped down the list, but NVIDIA, Meta, Netflix, Amazon, Microsoft are still amongst the leaders. When I do this rank analysis looking at our indicators, again, the magic happens. I'm looking at the same list of 21 stocks, but based upon how I invest in the market. Long-term stocks, I like RV. Stocks that should beat or exceed earnings keeps driving the stock's price higher. I like relative safety. How about those a little more aggressive? Let's sort the list by the stocks RT, the stocks that are going up the most. Ooh, crypto, coin, app loving, Marvel, big move today. We're going to talk a little bit about that on the live stream for our AMA today as well. Palantir has surpassed my buy price. I missed it. My new buy price was like $66.15. It's now $3 higher than that. I missed it, but I prepared you guys for a good buy entry on Palantir. Stock is amongst the leaders in RT. All right, which stocks go up more than they go down? Oh, I got an indicator called CI, Comfort Index, a stock's ability to withstand long and lengthy price declines. Highest CI stocks, NVIDIA, AppLovin, Palantir, Netflix, MicroStrategies. So the cool thing, I told you I was going to have fun today. The cool thing about this analysis that we do here on the Power Hour really expresses the power behind the VectorVest software, taking a group of 21 stocks, sorting them different ways to now truly put into your hands what stocks may be worth it for you to invest in. All right, that little diatribe that I just went over, just right there, was that useful to you? Yes or no? Let's start off right there before we start looking at your stocks. This little diatribe of looking at rank analysis in the VectorVest software, no matter how many stocks are in this list, to see what kind of stocks were very or well suited for you. Was this useful to you? Yes or no? All right. You know me, I get excited on a lot of stuff. I do. I want more people to answer that question because there's a lot of people in the room. I want just about everybody in this room, if you never typed to me at all, to at least answer that question. Was this rank analysis using the power of the VectorVest software useful to you? All right. Diatribiosity. No, I'm not putting that in the book. I am so not putting that into the book. Holy smokes, that's just too much going on. That is freaking stop it. There's way too much going on. All right, so again, even for the people who don't chat in often, I really wanted to hear from you in regards to the power of the VectorVest software. And we're going to do it again. All right, customer picks one. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do the same thing, but now I'm taking your picks. Type them in. And we may do it 1 or 2 times, but now type them in. And we're going to do the same analysis again. Sound. I'm trying to get back into BTCCT. I will put that in there. BTCT, comma, goodness gracious, Wolf, comma, NU, Psi. They're going by too fast. Man, you guys are on it today. Comma, hold on, goodness gracious. Wolf, NU, comma, ACHR, comma, and please don't spam them because you're going to make me type them in twice. ARWR. If you put them in once, I'll get them. All you need to do is put them in one. Is that Mattel? Yep, that's Mattel. Comma, we don't have Mattel. That doesn't make sense. I just saw it come up. And I think it's MAT. There we go. Comma, SN, comma, Loma, comma, MDXG, comma, IESC, comma, that was Mukesh's. Let's start from there. UROY, comma, CRM. I like that pick too. Toast, TOST, comma, NBIS. I don't even know that. NBIS, UiPath. That's the stock that I just did Tuesday? I think it was one of my picks for Tuesday. GAMB, comma, IESC is already in the list. Jobby, good pick there too. Comma, FT. And yeah, see me how many stocks that is. Woo! You guys have just been typing stocks like nobody's business. There's 21 stocks. All right, that's going to be our first tranche of stocks right there. It's going to be our first tranche of stocks. You skipped my stock, Glenn. Mukesh, I just put, where was it? Mukesh, you guys better not be making me go back. IESC. I put IESC in here. I better had before I start. I did. Mukesh, it's in there. Every time y'all make me go back and look, I'm be mad. Be mad. I'm putting them in. I'm watching down the list. You let me do what I do, Mukesh. Don't make me go off a handle, because you know I will. In a nice way, of course. All right. We got 21 stocks. We're going to do the same thing. The top stock in this list by VST is IES Holdings, followed by CRM, Loma, MDXG, and FTAI. All right? That's the top stocks in the list by VST. All right, Mukesh, it's all right. All right, I love you, man, says Henry. I love you guys, too. All right, so now, if you're in the top five, any of the top five, that's great. But now let's go towards the bottom of the list by VST. Ooh, how many of these do not have VSTs above 1? 4. BTCT, again, crypto move. ACHR, one of the stocks that I like, but interesting that it doesn't have a VST above 1. There's reasons why I like the stock, and I did it in the video. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, and the stock has been moving. Interesting that it doesn't have a VST above 1. It is news-driven, and I like the news, and so far the news has driven that stock's price higher. Arrowhead Pharma, I don't know anything about the stock. Way overvalued. Not fundamentally sound, but it is in an uptrend. Move this over. It is in an uptrend with an RT above 1. Interesting. And the last one is Wolfspeed. Wolfspeed, VST below 1, not fundamentally sound. No. I don't even have RT above 1. So the cool thing is, even if there's news on Wolfspeed that you like, understand this. The stock is not fundamentally sound, and it's not in an uptrend. Interesting, right? But again, this analysis is so important. Let's go look at the stocks that have the best upside, sorting by relative value. Excuse me. Woof, Uranium Royalty, it's got the best upside, but a sell recommendation. Something ain't right. I need to know, I'm going to right click and view the stock news. Something ain't right. The stock's got great upside, down $2.36. Now I got to look at the news on this. What the flying flip is going on with this? Last month, 4 months ago, not a lot of real, recent news. I'd have to do more research on UROY. I am a fan of uranium. Because a lot of companies are getting into the mindset of using clean energy, aka nuclear power, to power AI. So I am a fan of uranium. But is there a better uranium play? And I'm going to do this real quick. This is outside what I wanted to do, but I've got lithium. I've got a portfolio. I should have a portfolio of uranium stocks somewhere. There it is, uranium plays. I did a video on 11/5 of 2024. It's up 14.72%. What was the UROY is not in this list. But I want you to see something. Since 11/5 of 2024, could I have found a better stock than UROY? Looks like possibly I could have. SMR is a great play, up 37% since 11/5. How about up 37% in 1 month? How about this portfolio of uranium stocks is up almost 15% in 1 month? Aha! This is where doing your homework, looking at the videos that we show on the channel come to fruition. It's one thing that I could say, oh, I like uranium stocks, but I did a video about why I liked uranium stocks, put those stocks into a portfolio to give me a better idea. Now, Who gave me the uranium? Who gave me the UROY pick? Let me go find out. Who gave me the UROY pick? App, FTAI. UROY was Rodney. Rodney gave me the pick. So Rodney, not sure where you got UROY from. I'm not saying that it's a bad play. But by usage of the VectorVest YouTube channel, could we have gotten you into a better, possibly a better uranium pick? I got 4 stocks in this list in less than a month that are up double digits. So who did I say did that? Dang it. Did I say it was, who did I say did that? How did I miss that again? I got no memory of nothing because I'm getting old. Rodney, you still here? Rodney, does this help you out a little bit? UROY wasn't in the list, so I don't know. I can do this real quick. Viewers, let's go find UROY. Where the heck is it? UROY 11.5 is when I did the video. I'm going to go back to 11.5. Rodney, this is just for you. I love helping people on the fly. I love helping people on the fly. Let's go see what UROY looked like. What it did the same amount of time that my portfolio did. Let's quick test this. Wow, look at that. UROY said that's what VectorVest is for. Given to me by someone. So you see the portfolio of the stocks that I made on that video back on 11.5, Rodney? Could we have helped you? Whew. Can I get an amen for the power of VectorVest in the room right here? Look at that. Can I get an amen for the power of VectorVest in the room right here? Just type that. I love being able to do some of this on the fly, Rodney. All right, and you know what that does for me? It goes to show that the things that we do, that I can track for you, you know, maybe for any of you who are brand new out there who are not a subscriber to the channel, maybe what I just did right there would be a reason for you to hit the subscribe button. All right, for you to hit the subscribe button. That's all I got to say about that. Mama said AMSC, what was it? I will add this to the list. AMSC, I'll add it to the list. AMSC. All right, so that gives me 22 stocks. Man, I can't get more amens than that. Goodness gracious. It's all right. I can't twist nobody's arm to make y'all do nothing. All I can do is let the program speak for itself. That's what I'm going to do right here, right now. All right, notice that you're welcome, Mukesh. You notice that in this list of stocks you gave me, I got 2 seller recommended stocks, NU Holdings and uranium royalty. Interesting, right? All right, last thing, which stocks go up more than they go down? Let's go FTAI, IESC. I don't know what Shark Ninja is. It's a little bit overvalued, good upside potential. VST above 1, it goes up more than it goes down. I like stocks like that. That CI indicator will answer a lot of questions for a lot of you folks out there. When I can find a stock that goes up more than it goes down, I know that that's probably a stock that I want to get into. Ooh, I'm going to have some fun again. Watch this. You want to find stocks in the database. All right, this is the power hour. You want to find stocks in the database out of 9,000 stocks that go up more than they go down? Let me show you something. I'm going to go to the stock viewer. This is going to be the full list of all of the stocks that we have in the database. I'm going to sort 9,376 stocks by CI. Woo! Sit back, keep your socks on, because I'm about to knock them off. Out of over 9,376 stocks, which stocks go up more than they go down? Are you in any of these stocks? FTAI is number 2 in the list of over 9,300 stocks. How about that? Are you in any of these stocks? What I've just done for the power hour is I've thrown you a bone for the stocks that go up more than they go down. I don't know who else in the world of YouTube can do that for you. Let's graph these real quick. Let's graph some of these real quick. Look at these graphs. Let's put this on a 6-month graph. Bottom left, top right. Would I be in it now? No. Down day. Next one. Whew. Look at these graphs. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Look at these graphs. Out of over 9,300 stocks, Look at these stocks. I think, oh, that's the buyout. Look at these stocks. How easy was it for me to find through 9,300 stocks these kinds of stocks? Type easy if you think that that's easy. Whew. Type easy if you think that that's easy. I don't know who's got a database of that many stocks which can point to you at any given time these kinds of graphs. Just like that. Look at that. Whew. Over and over and freaking over, look at these stocks. Whew. And a lot of you sitting back going, holy smokes, why have I not known that I could have been in blah, 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 blah. Now, some of these stocks don't look so pretty. They may be high CI stocks, but this is when I'm looking at a graph, and this is a typical VectorVest graph. Whether it's under or overvalue, where the stop is, where the earnings per share are, everything. Whew. So there you go. All right, that's gone outside of my purview for the Power Hour. It's okay. I think it was worth it. I think that in and of itself was worth it. I've been using the app, Glenn, says Henry. Got you. Don't forget BT, CT, and Easy. BC, I think, isn't that already in the list? Let's auto fit all of the columns. BT, I think that was already in the list. It is. It's in the list. All right. So I've sorted this by several, VST, RT. I like the CI. Stocks to go up more than they go down. That's what put me onto that tangent to look at all of the stocks in the database who had CIs above 1. Wow, look at that. AB, you're fantastic. Can you please look at HEPS? You got it. I just added it. Look at me doing the Michael Jackson dance. Every time we get a super chat, that video comes up. Type a W in the room for the win. Type a W in the room for the win, folks. All right, so let's sort this back by VST. Let's go see where HEPS stands. All right. In the top half. All right, in the top half. Let's go look at it. I'm going to call that fairly valued, good upside potential. The safety's not there. It's in an uptrend. It's a buy recommendation. And where is earnings growth at 30%? I like it. All right. And very quickly, out of all of the stocks in this list, I can quickly see from a VST perspective where it's, you said a loss. Why did you put loss in there, Neil? All right. Whatever floats your boat. I can't float your boat. I can just bring you to the water. What you do from there is up to you. You are the man, Glenn. No, I'm not all of that. I'm just a guy. My job is to bring this information to you to help you guys make better decisions. Now, I can't tell you what stocks to buy and sell, but I am going to give you insight based on the VectorVest software to help you make decisions. All right, let's graph these stocks. Let's graph all of the stocks. All right, ISC. Put a 6-month graph. Again, there's the stop. Nicely undervalued. Like the volume. Love the earnings per share. That's a good play. You can't. When I buy it today, not on a down day. Notice that it's hovering with this swing high that it took at this level of support of 296. I'll take that. I'll hold on to that. I'm not panic selling. CRM, that wasn't earnings, though. I don't think that. Yeah, it was earnings. Look at that. Earnings jump up on earnings. Love the volume, the earnings per share. Bottom left, top right. A little volatility going on here. Back and forth between undervalued and currently back to overvalued. Watch the closed candle today. If you own it and you've made that profit on the jump, I'm going to give you a hard stop about 346.36. That's a good opportunity to get out of the stock and still capture profits. Remember, a lot of yellow in the color guard doesn't mean that you panic sell. AMSC, look at that. Not really bottom left, top right, a little sideways, slowly moving up. I got a solid level of support right now of 32.50. Look at that holding. Look at that. That's a beautiful level of support. If it stays above that, I'd be fine. I don't love that it's overvalued, but even being overvalued, value is rising. That's a positive sign. Love the earnings per share. Stocks moving slightly down the sideways. I'm okay with volume dropping off. Go to the next stock. Loma. All right. Now, I don't like the earnings per share on Loma. I don't like the earnings per share, but something's moving it. Again, I'd have to check news. Since earnings, though, the stock's price has been going up. UAMY, Ryan gave me, and I'm way up. That's antimony. Glenn, can you tell me if I need to keep it? I'll put that into another list. I'll write that down. Clay, it looks like we're going to do an hour. Just looks like we are. UAMY. How many of you would like for me to stay on for 3 hours straight? Type of one in the room. Not that I'm going to listen to you. I'm just interested. Just interested if you know, because I ain't doing it, because we got a live stream at 2. Loma, I like the move. I'd be careful right here. Little gap up, little gap down. I'd be a little careful right here. I'm not telling you to sell it. I'm just telling you to keep your eyes on it. That's all I'm doing. All right, let's go to the next one. MDXG, a lot more volatility in this stock, but I do like the current move from this low, moving up, broke through a couple of levels of resistance, bouncing off this level of support right now, just a day or so off of the high, the new high at 6 months, undervalued. Again, something to do with news, I'm going to say. I don't think that was earnings. And look at the earnings per share, folks. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling the earnings per share. This is not something I think I want to hold long term. RV is above 1. Let's go look and add a parameter. Capital appreciation. Let's go add CI. Yeah, the stock doesn't go up more than it goes down. That concerns me. Even though it's got good upside potential, the earnings per share is rising. It's falling. I'd be careful with this stock. Hour is a perfect amount of time, says Bill. Look at all you ones. Y'all some greedy folk. That's what everybody who typed the 1, y'all some greedy folks. Now, Kevin said 2. Kevin don't care. Now, either he don't like me or he just don't care. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Y'all some greedy folk. All right, let's go to the next one. FTAI, nice bottom left, top right, rising earnings per share. It's pulling off a high. I'd like to see if it can go back and challenge that high. It is overvalued. The stop is there. The stock has not held its sell recommendation all through this time. 6 months. SEI, look at that. Pretty choppy with earnings. Again, earnings is the engine that drives the stock's price higher. Pretty choppy with earnings. But nicely moved. Ooh, candlestick formation. Bearish engulfing. Again, we're talking about these things on Friday, 6 p.m. video. Look at that. Bearish engulfing. No follow through. But there is a pattern right there. No follow through. I'd be careful with it. Kevin says, I like you. You've made me some money. 200% on Palantir. There you go. All right. Bobby says, the ones just enjoy the company and the singing. I don't always sing. It's Carol. Carol, are you here? When Carol is here, Carol says, sing out, Glenn. I wonder if that's how Carol really sounds. I don't know. Carol, are you here? Going, sing out, Glenn. Do you really sound like that? Or am I just making that up in my mind? All right. I'm just telling you to be careful with SEI. Let's go to the next stock. Not a lot of data on this. A lot of parabolic move on big volume. Be careful with this if you're in it. All right, a lot of selling pressure, a lot of buying pressure, a little bit of spinning top going on. Just be careful with MBIS. Something tells me that's news driven. I don't like the earnings per share. Woo! Toast, something happened with Toast. That's news because Toast was rocking and rolling. It was a rocking and a rolling, ripping and a trolling. Something happened here. Do I panic? Well, if I'm in, right at still above this level of support, it's 34.68, I should be fine. That's a lot of money to give back, though. You know something? When it broke through the trend line, that might have been a good day to take half off the table. If you haven't done that yet, you might still want to consider that. You still might want to consider that. Joey, when Glenn gives us bones, can you play AC/DC, giving a dog a bone? What's a bone? I give you, with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. How about that? NVIDIA is involved with MBIS providing money. MBIS providing money. MBIS. Lee, I'm not feeling the chart. I'm not feeling the chart. So I can't say yay or nay on that, Lee. But thank you for that. All right, let's go back to Toast. I don't know what happened with Toast. Toast got downgraded. Thank you, San Fran. Is that what happened? Man, it's amazing how somebody can have the power of words to say, we're going to downgrade you. And everybody goes, oh, my God. Nobody should have that power. I don't even have that power. I don't think I should have that power. I don't have the power to move a stock, nor do I want to. My job is I want to have the power to put some of that power into your hands. All right, so that's what happened. But the stock still is good. That was news driven. That kind of poopy. SoundHound AI space rocking and rolling. New high. I don't like the earnings. Something's not making me feel warm and fuzzy about the earnings. But if the stock's price is moving, draw a trend line. All right. Again, I'm just looking at a typical VectorVest graph here. Draw a trend line. I got a cleared trend line. If it breaks down below that trend line, knowing that what I see here doesn't match up to the earnings, that's a good opportunity to take some of that off the table, if not all. Next one, gambling.com. Bottom left, top right, nicely moving higher. After the gap, I'd look at two things here. Does it fade the gap? It actually did, but found a level of support. Beautiful level of support by way of the trend line. Love the earnings per share. I would use this as a means to take profits. Next one. HEPS. Now we got the super chat for that. I'm not feeling that. Coming off of the high, trending lower. Now there's a positive sign here. It broke through the downtrend, but did it? It broke through and went sideways. The earnings is there. The volume is not there. If you're in it, you might know something that I don't know. But I'm going to give you a hard stop right about here. If it breaks down below 272, you probably need to take that off the table. That would show me that the stock has more legs to the downside. All right. Let's go to the next stock. Oh, wow. Lower, bottom left, top right after earnings rising. Nice up day today. Very, very little candlestick at the very little wick at the top. Watch earnings. Watch earnings. Stock is clearly overvalued all through the 6 months. Never got a sell recommendation because it never fell through the stop. In case you didn't know, the stop is a 13-week moving average adjusted for the fundamentals of the stock. So it's not just a trailing. All right. If the fundamentals are good, we're going to lower the stop price to keep you in it. If the fundamentals are bad, we're going to raise the stop price to get you out of it faster. All right. So keeping that in mind, Lower is moving up just a few days off the high. I got a solid level of support sitting at about 88 bucks. That's a long ways to go. If it falls below that, you probably should think about getting out of it. New is all over the place. I can look at this graph and go, this ain't for me. Now, unless you're a trader using support or resistance, I do like the rising earnings per share. Unless you're a trader using support or resistance, I probably wouldn't be in this right now. It's just coming down, down, down off of that high. I'm not feeling that stock. All right, I'm not feeling that stock. Next one, Path, UiPath. I did this, and again, it was in one of my videos. It was in my video last night as a stock that I like under the radar. I like the move. The rising earnings after it fell. Now it's rebounding. Earnings is running back up. New high today, a little wick at the top, but the body's much bigger. Buy recommendation. I like it. Let's go to the next one. Jobby in the defense. What the earnings? I'm not understanding why I'm watching a lot of the earnings jump all over the place. Now, I do understand that we forecast our earnings a year out. I totally understand that. All right, but man, these earnings numbers just don't look so hot. I like the move. Candlestick pattern. Again, on Friday's videos, we're talking about candlestick patterns. Candlestick pattern, bearish engulfing. That might not have been a bad play. You know something? And if I would have gotten out there, I'd wait for a better opportunity. I'd wait for it to take out the high. I'd wait for it to take back out the high. But if you're not in it, you took that hit, you're getting a reprieve. Hopefully it keeps going up. I would really like earnings to look better than that, though. Shark Ninja nicely ran up here. Fell on earnings. Tried to rebound. I need the stock to break through this level of the gap. Actually did. I needed to break above this level of the gap of 105.15. It's at 104.97. If it goes up, it's going to have a higher probability to keep moving up to that high. I do like the earnings per share, though. Let's go to the next one. Mattel. Christmas is coming up. This should be a nice little move on Mattel with Christmas upcoming. Earnings did jump up. The stock, nice move today. I don't know what the news is. Nice move today. I can clearly see a little bit of an uptrend. Very little wick at the top, so more bullish than not. I would really like, before I put my money into it, I'd like to see it take out this swing high sitting at $20.56. That's what I would really like to see. It is undervalued. That's a beautiful thing. Let's go to the next one. Oof. There's you, Roy, again. Who was the person? It wasn't Roy. Who was the person? Man, this is why you don't listen to your friends. You know something? Because this is how you become not friends. I do like the industry, the earnings per share of the stock, because the industry's earnings per share is going up. But man, I wish I could have found you a better uranium play. This stock is coming to a level of support. If it goes below 226 and you still own it, you probably need to consider getting rid of it. BTCT, again, crypto play. A lot of eyes on crypto going into the new administration coming in January. I got a little bit of a wedge here, a little bit of consolidation, interestingly enough. Look at that. There, and we'll draw it from here. I got a little bit of consolidation. Let's see if it breaks. If you own it, let's see if I do like the earnings per share. Let's go see if it breaks. That's a little consolidationosity. All right, Archer, I like that stock. I'm in that stock. Big hit 2 days ago. I don't know. That's a bearish engulfing. Look at that follow through the next day. Now, what am I looking for to get into? I'm going to go halfway through that candle. Halfway through that big down candle as a means to get back in. 839. 839. Again, you guys don't realize how busy I really am. I missed that move. I'm in it. I'm okay. It didn't hit my stop. But I am currently in it. And I think I'm gonna be okay. But if you're not in it, I'm looking at an entry point 5 cents higher than the high from 839. Next one, ARWR. Look at all this downwardosity on it. Freehand. Look at all this downwardosity. It broke through the down. Went up. I got a level of support right here. That's what I'm looking at now, 22.65. If it breaks down below that, I probably should take a half off the table, if not all. I do like to bump up in earnings, though. Last stock in here is Wolf. Now, you see the stocks are at the bottom of the list. Why they're at the bottom of the list? Let's go draw a freehand line, downtrend, 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 downtrend. More downtrend. I do have uptrend, right? Or do I? You know what I'm looking for, Wolf? I'm going to give you a short-term entry. Man, I don't know if I want to. Falling, not only is earnings down, it's falling. I'm not giving you nothing on this. I know it's in the semiconductor space, but I could probably find you a better semiconductor stock. I could probably find you a better semiconductor stock. Martin said, bought ARWR on 11/27, aggressive on the news. A VectorVest success story. I started my portfolio with you guys, $15,000 in June. I'm now at $18,000. This is my first time doing anything with stocks. Way to go, Vic. Yo, type the W in the room for Vic. Type the W in the room for Vic. That is an awesome story, Vic. That is an awesome story. And again, my job is not to be any kind of a market maker, any kind of, my job is to help. And I love when we can get a story, people doing, first time dealing with stocks and do something by way of our channel. That's what it's all about. That's all about finding who our subscriber is, who our customer is. That kind of story right there is amazing. All right. So with that being said, that's the last stock. I did tell you I would look at one more before we go. UAMY. Let's put this on a 6-month graph. This is that antimony thing that Ryan talked about. Nice move. I'd be careful. Don't get me wrong. Look at the big wick at the top. Look at the big wick at the bottom. A little bit of spinning top going on. Parabolic move, nice volume. I do like the earnings per share. Just be careful with it. Just be careful. Now, if you're in it, I'm going to give you a stop right about here. If we start fading that gap all the way down to the value of about 98 cents, you probably should take it off the table. Not a lot of boom, bang, bang. It's a little bit more volatile in the play. So just be careful with it. Glenn, you're the godfather of VectorVest. Oh, I could be like, ow, I feel good. You knew that I would now. Woo! Hey! Jump back, kiss myself. Ha! All right. That's about as much as the Godfather as I'm going to do. All right, that's about as much Godfather as I'm going to do. Hey, we're going to cut this here. We did a lot of stocks. We did a lot of explanation of the power of the VectorVest software by doing the rank analysis. The rank analysis, folks, I don't think you're going to get that anywhere else. When we can go back to that list of stocks that you put into the Marvell, did I not look at that? Marvell is a good pick. Let me go, I'll put that in there, MR, because big move on that. That was news driven. Again, we're going to talk about Marvell today in afternoon market action. It's one of my stories. Look at that move. I don't think that was an earnings play, but look at that move. Big move in Marvell. Oh, it was an earnings play. Aha! Let's put this on a 6-month graph. Now, that's news driven. Now, prior to the news driven, Marvell has been going up nicely, begrudgingly slow. I'm okay with that. What did Warren Buffett say? Good investing is boring. All right, definitely trending higher. Nice move on earnings. Love the earnings per share. Love the rise. It's overvalued, but I love the rising value. All right, so no wick at the top, so it doesn't look like there's any profit taking going on. A lot of people feel that it's a good positive play. Relative value, not above 1. So the upside potential is not really there. Relative safety, though, the company makes money. So just be careful. I like the move. I'm going to tell you to trust the price action. I'm going to give you a hard stop just in case profit taking does happen. I'm going to go halfway in the middle of this gap. I'm eyeballing it. About 103.69. 103.69. If it starts to go to that level, you probably want to take half off the table. You're already going to be ahead of the game, so you're going to be locking in profits. All right. One more. You. That's the Beethoven of uranium. You. Yikes. Let's go back to that portfolio. Is you in there? UUUU is not in there as well. Go back to the graphs. That's, again, I got some better uranium plays. Not every uranium stock is rocking and rolling. There's some really good ones. Go back to my video on 11.5. I put together that list of uranium stocks. Just take a look at it. That's all I got to say. All right, now I got to go. Clay, put me on the last one. Yep, not that one. Right below that. Yep. There we go. One last thing before I go. You see at the bottom of the screen there, if you're going to go to Tampa Live, I've been telling you this time and time again, because seats are going to go and you're going to be pissed at me and go, can you get me in? I'm going, no! If you want to go live to Tampa, as the seats are going, go to www.vectorvest.com/Tampa to reserve your spot to be there live. If you don't want to be there live, that's fine. You can watch it at home for free on the live stream. Go to www.vectorvest.com/stream. But I'm calling out to the people who are still sitting on the table about going live. You better hurry. You better not pout. You better not shout. You better not cry. I'm telling you why. Because I've been trying to tell you since November to sign up for the live. All right. I got to go now. Ryan and I will be on live stream today at 2 p.m. for afternoon market action. Just make sure you're there for it. I got you from the hot stocks, no contra search. I'm just saying that right now, VIX, I'm not feeling it. I'm going to go back to the portfolios. Clay, put me back in the program. I'm going to go back to the portfolios. I want you to take a screenshot of these stocks. Put them into a watch list. Take a screenshot. Put a screenshot of these stocks. Put them into a watch list. Keep your eyes on them. I think these are some of the best plays in the uranium space. All right? These are some of the best plays in the uranium space. The portfolio is up over 14% and almost to the date 1 month. 14% on uranium in 1 month is not a bad play. Just take a picture of these. Take a picture of these. All right. Now put me on the last screen, the other screen I was on, the GT screen. And I got to go. Folks, thank you for being here today. We almost did an hour. But we looked at a lot of stocks. How many of you had fun? Just type the word fun in here. I love using the VectorVest analysis to help me to make a decision on stocks. That watch list experience that I just took you through, everyone who's a subscriber to the VectorVest software should have already done that. already. If these are stocks that you own, these are stocks that you're looking at, put them into a freaking watch list. If you're not a subscriber to the software and you would like to have access to the software to do that rank analysis, get a 99-cent trial. 99-cent trial for 30 days. Go to www.vectorvest.com/YT. All right, that's enough selling for today. I'm tired. You guys make me use a lot of energy, but I love using the energy. All right. Bobby says, what happened to the 3 hours? We all voted. Y'all didn't all vote. Y'all didn't all vote. Y'all didn't all vote. All right. I'm not even going to sign off my regular way. I wait for AMA to do that. So, adios, folks. See you at 2 o'clock. Tell your mama and them to show up. We want a big showing today at 2 o'clock because what you just saw today was the tip of the iceberg. Now we're going to be looking at stocks, looking at news. Ryan and I will be doing deeper dive analysis at 2 p.m. Can you show the dividend stocks above 5? Bill, maybe remind me at 2 p.m. Remind me at 2 p.m. I'm going to try. How about that? All right. Adios, folks. See ya later.